Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Starship EVO. I am Reason, and today we are looking at the Doom Empire's basically freighter style gunship. These things are common. These things are ugly, they look terrible, they were cheap to build, and easy to destroy. But they numbered in the millions. This was basically the Doom Empire's main fleet were these things. These dumb looking things. And they were they were not very well liked either. So yeah, it's just kind of a look at the ship. It's what's called I can't think of the name of the class of it. Well, the Doom Empire universe, or the Zorco universe, this would have been similar to a destroyer, or a very light destroyer. Basically, these things would go in, kick ass. That was pretty much it. They were so easy to fly. They did not require his skills. You didn't really need pilots for them. There was not much to these particular ships. They had shields, they had engines. Believe it or not, their crew complement was very low. They had something like a crew complement of like 10 at any given time. This would have been the bridge of the ship, which that's really about it. Just a bridge, hallway. Some of them have one deck, some of them had two. It just depends on the build of the ship. Like some of them were just completely open in the middle. Some of them were heavily armored. Some of them refitted. This particular version or style of the ship, I'm going to make it basically completely open, like how it looks here. And then of course you have the walls and platform going to the bridge. There's really not much to these ships. These ships were very simple builds for your classic Doom Empire. There was nothing special about them. They were relatively easy to take down. But what made these things difficult was the sheer number of them. So these things basically did battle in numbers rather than having like 100, and what the hell is that? Oh, that's just that stupid thing. The ship's not going to fall, is it? No, it shouldn't. So yeah, these things were not very strong. Now, how these ships were built was a complete mystery at first. I mean, they did serve in the... Oh, did I delete something I shouldn't have? In the Doom Wars, they were well armed. They had shields, all that fun stuff. Like, they were very the bare bones of the fleet, basically. Not much to these things. So how did these things serve in capacity? Well, they didn't, actually. Like I said, they were very easy to destroy. Now, one good hit in the engines and the ship was done. They did have shields, although their defenses were less than desirable. Their offenses were pretty menacing. Like, these things can pack a heavy hit. Like, they certainly could do some damage. There's been a few accounts where the Doom Empire has taken these things on kamikaze trips, and anybody knows what a kamikaze is. It's basically a suicide run, and more or less just ram the crap out of stuff. But, you know, these ships were built tough. They had hull armor. They had decent hull armor for what they were. I'm trying to think here. Other than that, like, there's not really much to say about it, other than the fact that the ship was weak, in a sense of the word. Like, they were not something that you'd want to really mess around with too much. But then again, you know, they're also not the type of ship that you'd want really coming knocking on your doorstep either. These ships would normally escort the Doom Patrol vessels as well. Like, you'd see these ships out on patrols, you'd see these ships all over the galaxy. These things are basically like they would be your standard policing vessel. Of course, as for policing vessels would go, not too much about them, like, this is pretty much about it. Most parts they were just single-decked. Yeah, so I mean, they were not big, they were not powerful, they sucked. Ugh, but yeah, not really much to say about these. Oh, sorry about that. I guess I must be tired today. Not enough beer. So anyway, the race event, I guess, is still going on. I don't sound too enthusiastic about it, though. I'm just really tired today. It's been a long week. So yeah, there's not too much to say about these ships, other than the fact they didn't have much for crew quarters. Like, space, these things were cramped. I mean, they were basically a very, very well-armed design. But yeah, that's about it. Anyway, folks, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really don't have a whole lot of time to be making videos at the moment. At least not this week. So, anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Anyway, I am Reason, and we will see you in space.